back to Gamer Sanctuary Fresh Coast fans. Larry and I are here on a Saturday. We're going to be doing something super special. I say that all the time, don't I? We always do special stuff because we don't get together that much. Anyway, we've been kind of chit-chatting about something we wanted to do with his new Zone Mortalis table and a regular game as well. So we kind of combined the two. We're going to be playing a game on two boards, 2,500 points of Horus Heresy era 30K, Age of Darkness, whatever you want to call it. We're going to have a special scenario that's going to include both tables. It's going to have some kill points, some objectives, and a lot of other fun stuff. So let's take a look at what we've got set up for the tables, and then we'll go through the armies and get deployment, and then start rolling some dice. All right, here we have a shot of both tables simultaneously. The way this is going to work is we have 2,500 points each. On the Zone Mortalis table, center table, let's just put him there right now because that's where he's going to start. Mortarion the Reaper is going to start right there in the center of the board. Larry is going to have his guys kind of coming in from that edge, and they are going to be trying to hunt him down. The fluff is Morty's been running around here trying to find something. He's not been successful, and the Imperial Fists figure it out, so they start sending some stuff in to catch him. One of the cool things we're going to set up here, we're going to put some objectives scattered around for him to actually try to find for bonus points, and Larry's going to get bonus points if he knocks out Mortarion. It's not going to be easy for him. He has to move. There's no way he's going to be able to grab these objectives without having to jump all over the table. However, his movements are going to be secret unless Larry can actually see him. So we're going to be using the grid pattern on the Zone Mortalis table to kind of keep track of where he is every turn. And he's going to be bouncing around the board. It's going to be a kind of a case of, is Larry hunting him or is he hunting Larry? Think about that. Anyway, in addition to that, what we're going to have over here on this large table, this is kind of the upper floor of the ruined factory that we're going to be playing, and this is essentially the basement. They're looking for some kind of tech. We'll figure out something and justify it to ourselves later. There are going to be 4 entry points right in here. Each entry point is going to correspond to a different edge on the Zone Mortalis table. We're actually going to use hammer and anvil deployment, so the one in Larry's zone is going to be right here. The one in my zone is going to be right about there, and then the other two are going to be equally spaced here in no man's land. Units that enter there can enter the Zone Mortalis table that turn. They're going to be able to move on the same turn they enter, and largely interact normally. They can still move and shoot. They won't be able to assault because we'll treat it like reserves, but they can definitely shoot up anything that is in there. So if we get guys fighting for these two objectives up here, they're going to pop up down in there. And anything that does make it in there is going to be able to help my search, or in Larry's case, help the hunt for Mortarion. We're going to get deployed. We're going to show you the armies in a sec, and then start rolling some dice. I don't think we really had a whole lot of other special scenarios. Oh, points. We got kill points around the table. Every unit's going to be worth a kill point, just like normal. We're going to have Warlord, First Blood. No Linebreaker. We're not going to bother with Linebreaker because stuff is going to be everywhere. We're trying to get it all in the middle, so that's really, Linebreaker doesn't really apply. And of course, Mortarion is going to be worth bonus points because he is a Lord of War. And being Larry's target, he's going to get bonus points for taking him out, and I'll get bonus points for finding his objectives. So let's get a quick look at the armies. So 2,500 points of Death Guard. You're pretty used to seeing this from me by now because I don't really have a whole lot more than this. Obviously, Mortarion was right here. He's a big chunk of that. I have 2 tactical squads. The Sergeant, I don't think I put anything on him, actually, now that I think of it. No rag grenades, nothing. I've got 5 Death Shroud Terminators and a Land Raider. Land Raider has has extra armor, and I believe that's it. I just don't want him getting stunned and not being able to move. I have 5 Grave Wardens with a Chain Fist in there. I have a Rhino for this group of Marines with a Havoc launcher. 5 Volkite, the Calivers, I believe they're called. The Volkite Calivers, the heavy weapons. These are 2 heavy weapon support squads, and the squad of missile launchers, and a Master Signal over here. He's my HQ choice on this table. He's going to hang out with these guys. I got a Dreadnought Talon, double las cannons, and just bolters, no flamers. This one has a Chain Fist. Dorado Dreadnought with the missile launchers, and a Squadron of Rapiers. So that's my 2,500 points. All right, here we have Larry's Imperial Fist. We're going to start with Pollux, of course. Love that model. Beautiful paint job, of course. He's going to be hanging out with 18, is it 18? Or full 20? Full 20 tactical squad. They're not actually Templars. They're painted like Templars, but they're not.
Give them the extra close combat weapon.
Extra close combat weapon. Power Fist over here. Apothecary right there. They're all chilling in a Spartan. Flare shields, I'm assuming, right? And the Ceramite armor.
Yep.
Yeah, great. I didn't bring any meltas. That's okay. There's a squad of 8 Plasma Gunners. We haven't decided, or he hasn't decided exactly where they're going to be hiding out, but That's his Primarch Hunter right there. We've got a Predator, what's it called? What's the version called? Executioner with a plasma cannon, 2 heavy bolters on the side, a Sicaran, autocannons, last cannons, of course. A veteran sniper squad with 2 heavy bolters in a Rhino right there. A unit of 3 quad mortars, just tons and tons of fire coming out of those. And then Master Signal. Oh, there he is. I thought he was part of the squad. Another Master Signal. And then we've got, this is what's actually going to start inside the zone. We've got a Contemptor Dreadnought with close combat weapons.
And
nice. Plasma blasters, of course. Yep. And then 5 Terminators, 4 Thunderhammers, and then a Power Axe and a Combi Bolter. All right, so Larry's actually going to get to deploy first and has first turn. I will get a chance to seize, but yeah, it's on a 6, so you know how that goes. So he's going to deploy. I will counter deploy, and then we'll go from there. All right, here's our table after deployment. The red objectives on this table, you can see 1, 2, 3, and then 4 right there. Those are the door entrances, and they're going to correspond to these table edges. That one is Larry's table edge back there. That one, of course, is going to be mine right here. And then that one is this edge, and this one is the far edge way over there. We decided to kind of do hammer and anvil because the way the table looked, I thought it'd just be a little cooler looking. Anyway, so here we have my Land Raider full of Death Shroud and 2 Dreadnoughts right here getting ready to move this way. I've got my Volkites up in this building, Rhino down over here getting ready to move towards either one of the objectives, probably this one, to get inside. Missiles with a Master of Signal sitting right there. Tactical squad down there ready to walk forward and jump into that door if they can. Rapiers covering them, and the Dorado's over on that corner. He's going to get ready to walk around. He's taking some cover right now because Larry does have first turn unless I can seize. So he's getting ready to take some cover from the Sicaran back there. And my Death Shroud are hanging out back here by my entryway because I want to get them in as soon as I can in my turn. So, we got the Predator Annihilator right here with the Executioner right here, getting ready to hose down some power armor right there with his plasma cannons. Rhino full of veterans right there. Spartan full of tacticals right there. Sicaran down that way, and then all the quad mortars with Larry's Master Signal right there. So BS5 quad mortars hiding in the building like that. We've got kind of dueling rapier platforms. It's going to be fun. As far as the ZM table, of course, we've got Mortarion in the middle still. And Larry's got his Contemptor Dreadnought on that corridor and his Terminators over there. The objectives are in the center of each quadrant. So Mortarion has to kind of run around, try to grab those objectives as soon as he can, and hopefully score those points. And that's it. Oh, in reserve, Larry does have the Plasma Squad. He has decided they're going to use Pollux' Deep Strike for them, but we are going to let him decide when they actually are available if they're going to Deep Strike on this table or this table. So Larry does have 1 redeployment he can make, I believe, with Pollux, right?
Yeah.
Yep, Pollux's Warlord trait's going to give him a redeploy. So he's going to do that, and then I'm going to roll to try to see. So Larry decided to take that Predator that I was targeting with all my las cannons right here and move him into the ruins right here. He'd rather face missile launchers and rapiers than my dreadnoughts. So I'm going to try to seize. Seize on a 6. Does it happen? Nope, that's a 5. So Larry has the first turn. We already rolled no night fighting. Game on. Turn 1. Larry's Terminators move in here and ran. They are not Cataphracti Terminators. They're whatever the Indominus pattern, I think. So they can still run. And the Contemptor moved in here, and then he ran as well. Didn't need to use his fleet roll. So he's got this kind of hallway covered. Back over here on the main board, the Rhino just shuffled around a little bit, didn't move much. Spartan almost immobilized itself on the terrain, but Larry spent the 5 points for the Dozer Blade to get the reroll, and he made it. So he came over here, shot at my Land Raider, and did nothing. And then shot at the Rapiers, and took off killed one of the guys, one of the Marines. The Plasma Executioner also shot at the Rapiers, and when we set up buildings like this, we always say the ruins go from corner to corner, so there's like a footprint that's a triangle. So they were still in the ruins. They did get cover from that, and I only lost 2 more total between the Executioner and the Sicaran over there, so that was pretty good. I do have a leadership check to make with them. I'll make that in a minute, and let you know in my turn what happens. The Shatter rounds, the Strength 8 rounds from the Quad Mortars, dropped straight shots onto my missile launcher guys. 12 shots, only managed to take out 1 missile launcher. So that's it. So that's turn 1. Larry rolled a ton of 1s, which is par for the course with him. And then now I get to counter-strike with my turn 1. There's an awful lot less yellow on the table than there was last turn. That was unbelievable for me. The Dorado came around here, shot at and blew up the Sicaran all by himself. Wrecked it with his autocannon. Didn't even need to use the missile launchers. Strength 8 Sunders, so good. The Predator got taken out by a combination of the missiles and the blast from the barrage from the Master Signal. Tactical Marines just moved up here and getting ready to jump in there next turn. There's going to be a fight, though. There's 20 guys in there. It's going to be brutal. The Rapiers did break. I rolled a 12 on their break check and then a 3 for their run. So they basically just shuffled down a level, and they're going to try to regroup next turn. I forgot to move my Rhino. That's all right. He's just going to chill right there. The Volkites did a number, though, on Larry's quad mortars. Out of 20 shots, I hit 14 times and wounded 10. He failed 5 saves, which gave me another 3 wounds, and he failed 1 more of them. So 6 wounds taken on that unit. They're okay, though. The Dreadnoughts and the Land Raider over here shot at the Spartan and just managed to glance and take a hull point off. The Dreads with clear shots did nothing, but the Land Raider with the 1 cover and 1 open shot managed to get a glance on the front, even with the flare shield. The Death Shroud did jump out of there, though, and into the door down here. So I have Grave Warden Terminators coming in on my edge, and Death Shroud Terminators coming in over here on this side, and Mortarion is not there. Larry's not here in the room anymore. He moved this way and then bamf to right here. So he's hiding right here, waiting for that Dreadnought to come around. I'm not really afraid of the Dreadnought because he's going to have a hard time getting around there to hit me, and if he comes this way to look down the hallway, he can't charge me. So I'm not terribly afraid of him. Anyway, moving into turn 2, I have a 1-0. Actually, I'm sorry, I have a 3-0 lead because I have 3 kill points from the 2 vehicles in first blood.
9 attacks and I killed 3 guys.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, top of turn 2, Larry started out by moving the Spartan over here and getting all the tactical Marines out right there in a big blob. I forgot my Rapiers actually had to regroup, and they did successfully. So their 3-inch regroup move put them right there, and that's where they stayed. They could not snap fire the laser destroyers, but I didn't hit with them anyway, so it doesn't matter. The veterans got out of the Rhino into the doorway, and they're now right there. So shooting. The quad mortars and the Master Signal dumped everything right here on that Dreadnought. Managed to hit all 3 of these twice with the Master Signals barrage.
Times.
Yeah, 9 hits, 1 hull point and a shaken on this Dreadnought. This one got blown up by the quad mortars, and nothing on the Land Raider. Killed one of my missile launchers with what killed the missile launcher? Spartan, one of the las cannons. Killed the sergeant from the missile launcher squad who was sitting right at the edge of the walkway right there. And the tactical Marines didn't shoot because Larry didn't want to test his dice. He didn't want to try to tempt fate and fail a charge, so he just charged right in there. Pollux smushed the sergeant with his special power fist attack in a challenge, and then he killed 2 more of my guys. I killed 1 in return? Yeah, 1 in return. And Stubborn, I was thinking was going to be helpful because Mortarion gives my whole army Stubborn, which is great, but then I rolled a 9 for my leadership check. I did get away. I roll a 6, Larry rolls a 2, so my tactical squad is running that way. They're going to try to regroup. The big tactical blob consolidated right there, and it's a juicy target for some Volkites. Back over here, the Dreadnought moved forward and only got a 1-inch run, so Larry kept them right there.
After rolling a fleet.
Yeah, he rolled a 1 and then re-rolled it with fleet and got another 1. And these guys rolled a 1 in their run move as well, so they came around here and didn't try to charge my Death Shroud right there. So they're staying right there, and the veterans just came on the board and they ran as well. So Larry did get a kill point for blowing up the Dreadnought. It is 3-1 in favor of me right now. Bottom of turn 2 coming up. Oh, Larry's plasma squad that's deep striking failed to come in. Bottom of 2. Bottom of turn 2 on the Zone Mortalis table. The Death Shroud came up here. I got 3 of them positioned to drop 3 Flamer templates on his Terminators, but 2 of them got hot. Fortunately, did not wound myself. And 1 of them hit 2 and did nothing. Then we charged him. I rolled miserably on my hits. I got 5 hits out of 15 attacks and only 1 wound. Fortunately, it made it count, though. Larry failed to save and lost a Terminator. He hit me back 4 times with Thunder Hammers, though, and I made 3 of my saves. So I only lost 1 guy to instant death, and this guy took a wound from a Power Axe. And I'm stubborn, so we stayed in right there. Mortarion was right over here. Actually, right here. He got to see him. I moved him from here to here, and then he bamped disappeared somewhere. Larry doesn't know exactly where he is, but I did roll to see if I found an objective. Hint, hint. He failed. So Mortarion did not find an objective, and because Larry saw me roll, he knows exactly somewhere where he is. Back over here on the main table. My Land Raider came over here. He's good, didn't immobilize himself through the terrain. Didn't do anything against the Spartan. Tried through the cover to hurt him. Didn't help. The Dreadnought, same thing, tried to snap fire. Actually, he snap fired up here and did nothing. The missile launchers managed to take out a couple more of the guys and one of the quad mortars. The rapiers did nothing against the Spartan. The dreadnought actually is what did most of the damage, I think, up there. He came around the corner and shot up there with all his weapons. Long shot across the table and did some good damage. But these Marines regrouped. Snapfire did nothing. These guys came out of the Rhino, killed one dude, I believe, maybe two, and that's it. So this blob is still pretty pretty scary. They're going to try to take out some of my scoring units. And then over there, the Volkites. Actually, Volkites I think killed one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they killed one. That was it.
Actually, they killed two of them.
That's it. So I didn't get any more kill points that turn. No, I haven't killed anything else yet. So we're going to move into turn 3. Larry's going to see if his plasma gunners come in. Top of turn 3, to start with, Larry's plasma squad again refuses to come in, which is really not helping. I lost 2 Volkite guys to the quad mortars over here. He used the frag rounds or the scatter rounds, whatever they're called, and killed 2 of them. They're okay. Leadership and pinning, they're fine. Of course, Death Guard don't care about pinning. The tactical blob declined to fire bolt pistols at anything and multi-charged the rapiers and the tac squad right here. Killed all but 1 rapier and 2 tac marines. And Larry was just praying that I would make my stubborn leadership rolls of 8s. I rolled a 9 and a 12. Both guys fled, wiped them both out, which gave him 2 victory points. Good for him, but that whole blob is now completely exposed to all the weapons fire I have. Not good. The Spartan tried to take out my Land Raider. Did nothing. He didn't roll higher than a 3 on any of his last cannons. Over on this table, this fight continues to go on. I hit a couple more times and failed to kill anything. Larry, meanwhile, though, killed the guy who was wounded and then squished another with instant death thunderhammer hits. But thanks to Stubborn, I'm not going anywhere, and that's really all I want them to do is tie them up. Don't want to lose them yet, though, so hopefully next turn he only kills 1 or I survive. Veterans spread out a little bit. Dreadnought came around here, but still can't see exactly where Mortarion is. So now we're going to move into turn 3 and see what I can do with Morty and the guys down here. All right, bottom of turn 3. Mortarion moved over here, and then in the shooting phase, teleported himself here. I'll tell you why he's there in just a sec. We had a combat right here. I got hit 2 times with Thunderhammers and once with a Power Axe, and I made all 3 of my invulnerable saves. And I hit him in return twice with my Death Shroud scythes. Larry failed both his saves. These guys broke and ran and saw Mortarion hiding there in the corner. So that's it for this table. My Grave Wardens are just running this way. On this side, the Dreadnought came around here and tried to whittle down the quad cannons. Managed to kill the quad mortar and one of the guys, but they're holding, so I don't get kill points for the Master Signal or the squad. My last cannons failed to do anything against the Spartan. That last cannon shot up here and did nothing. Fury of the Legion, 40 shots, killed 1 Marine from this squad, and Feel No Pain really didn't even matter that much into it. Just really good armor saves. Larry had a great run of armor saves. Poison frag missiles from the missile launchers up here killed another guy. The Havoc launcher killed 2 more, but didn't force a break check still. So they're holding. Volkites shot up here to try to do some wounds and did nothing. And that's it. So no more kill points were earned this turn by either of us. Top of 4 coming up. Larry's plasma gunners get to automatically come in, and he's going to try to deep strike him onto the zone. Let's see if it works. Top of turn 4, the plasma gunners finally came in. They tried to go back here behind the Grave Wardens. Mishap into the wall, but Larry rolled the misplaced. So I actually put them right here, and they just spread out with a run. These guys continue to run off the board. They failed their leadership check. And these guys just moved around here just to stay here because they're not really going to get into Mortarion very easily. On this part of the table, the Spartan came around, shot at the Land Raider, did 1 glance to it total with all 4 last cannons. It's 4 total last cannons. The Master of Signal and his dude just kind of consolidated together up there to stay in coherency. And over here, Pollux broke off, ran upstairs and charged the missile squad, killed 2 of the missile launchers. And then my Stubborn paid off again, so they stuck around with a leadership check, rolled a 9 on them. And the sergeant in this squad challenged my sergeant, killed him in the challenge, and then killed 1 more. Actually, he spilled over with the Power Fist attack, and then killed 1 more guy with his other swings. I killed 1 dude in return, but again, leadership 8 with Stubborn is great, so they stuck around with the 6. So no kill points again earned by either side in this turn. So we're stuck 3-3, bottom of 4 coming up. All right, even though this is the bottom of turn 4, it was a good turn for both of us. My Land Raider came around here and tried to take some hull points off by shooting on the side of the Spartan. Did nothing. Dreadnought also shot the Spartan. Did nothing. The Volkites finished off the Master of Signals and the Rapier crew, which gave me 2 victory points. That's 2 squads right there. However, The tactical squad broke my tac squad, so they're running this way on the other side of the building. Didn't catch him though, so there's still a possible victory point there. And Pollux killed my Master of Signal and the last of my missile launchers. So that was 2 more VP for him. That would be cool. Except my Dorado was 6 inches away from the entry point here. He jumps downstairs, excuse me, Larry, and ends up right behind the Contemptor here, shoots him in the back with the autocannons. I did actually have to use the missiles to finish him off, though. I glanced him to death with the missiles. You said no melt bombs in this squad, though?
No melt bombs.
Crack grenades are not going to help you, so that squad's going to have a hard time dealing with that Dorado and his 13 armor.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my Death Shroud came around the corner. I shot the frag grenades from the one who could see. I managed to kill one of the plasma gunners with it, and then I tried to charge. Larry failed his initiative check to get his full ballistic skill for Overwatch, but still managed to hit 4 of them with snapshots. Net result was only one Death Shroud Grave Warden. Only one Grave Warden Terminator died. As far as Mortarion over here, that was his last known position, last place anyone can see him. He did bamf away from there and checked an objective, but failed. The 2 Death Shroud came around here, but could not actually see through that narrow passageway to drop a flamer template on those guys. They might still run off the table. If they do, that's a VP for me. So we're going to move now into the top of turn 5. Top of turn 5, Larry realized that those snipers were not going to do jack against the Dorado, so they ran off the board that way, came back out the entrance, and jumped right into the Spartan. The Spartan unloaded and was a boss this round. Hit all 4 times, 2 glances, 2 pens, blew up the Land Raider. That was sad. So there's a point there. Actually, there was 1 point there, 1 point here. We got that. That was it. That was your 2. Over here, they Fury the Legion up on my Volkites and killed all of them. And then Pollux tried to shoot at and charge the 3 Marines remaining there and missed it by that much. That was it. So Larry did manage to score an extra 2 points this turn. So it's 7-6. And we're going to go into my turn. What is this?
6.
Yeah, bottom of turn 5. Turn 5 for me. Oh, and he killed 2 Grave Wardens with plasma guns right here. So yeah, bottom of turn 5 coming up. All right, bottom of turn 5. The Dorado came back up here and tried to assassinate Pollux, and he rolled a whole bunch of 2+ saves like a boss. The Dreadnought and the Rhino tried to do some wounds on the TAC Marines. I only killed 2, and the Dreadnought charged in. I got hit with a crack grenade in Overwatch. Took a glance and then glanced to death in combat. I only killed 1 more Marine in combat. So those guys beat the Dreadnought. They're about ready to jump on that Rhino and get another kill point. Pollux is going to finish off those Marines for another one right there. The Spartan's going to turn around and shoot me in the back. That's going to suck. Over here, though, I pretty much owned this corner of the Zone Mortalis table with Mortarion. He and the Death Shroud killed the last 2 Terminators here for a point. But I tried to shoot at and then charge those plasma gunners. Larry made his initiative check. Only had a single one get hot, but he failed to hurt himself with it. And then they finished off the Grave Wardens in Overwatch. Terrible luck for me. So right now Larry is up 9-7, but because he's playing Imperial Fists, I can force turn 6. So I'm forcing turn 6 just to try to win in 6, because right now I'm losing by 2, and I'm going to be losing by a lot more. Top of turn 6, Pollux came around, evaporated 1 dude with a combi melta and squished another here, but stubborn is awesome, so he's staying. The Rhino got wrecked with crack grenades, and the Land Raider turned around and just bitch slapped the Dorado in the back with 4 last cannons. Over here, they're kind of out of the game, so they're not even going to do anything. All right. Bottom of turn 6, I need to catch up 4 points because Larry's winning 11-7. It's a long shot, and I don't think it's going to happen. Because the only thing I got left on the table is 1 dude, and then 2 Death Shroud and Mortarion hanging out in the zone. So we'll see if they can't come up and at least do something. So bottom of turn 6, Mortarion is going to try his best to get some kill points right here by coming after this plasma squad just because he can. He's not, even with his teleport moves, close enough to search for either of those 2 objectives to give me the bonus points. Back over here, the Death Shroud came up here and charged the Rhino, but only did 1 penetrating hit and stunned it. So Larry's going to roll. And Pollux pasted that last Marine. Right now, Larry's up 12-7. He's going to roll to see if the game goes on. It goes on in a 4+, and it's going to go on to turn 7. So we'll see how many more points he can rack up. I have 3 models left on the table, so he's got to kill him with something. The Land Raider might be able to get over there. All right, turn 7. All right, turn 7 basically came down to 2 things. The Spartan rolling over here and blasting both my Death Shroud off the Rhino. I got 1 hit with a regular shot and 1 hit with a snap-fired las cannon, killed him. So the 2 guys are dead there, gave Larry a grand total of 13 points. And just for giggles, we decided to come at this. And Mortarion ran around teleported, and then charged in here and managed to kill all 5 of the plasma gunners with a sweep attack. One of them did die from getting hot. That was pretty funny, finally. Anyway, great game. We're going to toy more with the idea of secret deployment and hidden moves on this zone board, and we're starting to paint it slowly but surely. It'll get there. Thanks again for watching, guys. This was an awesome game. Again, final score, Larry at 13, I have 8.